to be aware that this multimedia thing that's all around them, I didn't grow up with that as much. We grew up with newspapers and things, but the kids now have these right at their fingertips 24 hours a day. So I think it's so much more important for our generation of kids coming through now to be aware at least, so that, you know, when they see these images, they can maybe put it in perspective and think, well, that's fine, but there's so much more to beauty than that little bit there. That's kind of what I'm hoping for my granddaughter, that we can sort of show her that we come in all shapes and sizes, and yeah, we can reject that pressure that's put on them because it's 24 hours a day. So that's where I'm sort of coming from the kids. Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I've got 2 boys. One is profoundly disabled, and then my eldest son, you know, he works and has a career, a wife and a child, and so we also help raise Ellie part-time as well, which is wonderful.
We start to have idea of beauty when we are as early as 4 to 5 years old.
Yeah, people with disability are so much more likely to be disregarded in this area, or they're so much more likely to be told to their faces that you're fat, or that you need to wear this, or that stop being stupid, go put this, you know, instead of that conversation around, well, how do you feel in this colour? How does this make you feel? You know what I mean? All that sort of stuff. We quite often with people with disabilities disregard their feelings and tell them how to be. A lot like children in the 70s were told how to be, how to think, what to do. Again, there's people with disabilities are often far more likely to, you know, be at the hands of abuse, or, you know, neglect, or just not being part of the conversation. And that's a big one for me, is not being part of the conversation, not being involved in, you know, anybody with a disability is the same as you and me. We've all got thoughts, feelings, ideas about how we want to see the world, and that's no different for someone with a disability. They want to present themselves in the best way possible. Why aren't we giving them that information as well? I think it's just as relevant because they often get disregarded and treated as if they need to be told how to think, and I don't think they need to be told how to think. I think they need that assistance to process what's going on and learn about the world, and that includes how you feel about your body, about your image, and how you so I think
because they feel like he is so kind and nice, so they have no boundaries.
That's it too. Yeah. So I kind of have to be that boundary for him and say, no, we don't speak to each other that way. You know, if you've got something, you know, to say to Jacob, we'd prefer it to be a really polite way to do it, and we can talk about other things. But, you know, he's got a care team behind him. He doesn't need, you know, that sort of scrutiny, because he feels too. And I think people forget that. They just assume that, you know,
it's okay to just say anything.
to say whatever we like.
And he wouldn't fight back.